This is our terrain, much more sparse than usual. Um, we're preparing for Art Boys now, so we have to deal with basically 5 pieces of terrain on the table, and that's it, so this will be interesting. Okay, and in Drawn and Quartered, it's the spearhead deployment with objectives in the 2 areas we don't deploy in, so we're going to go ahead and roll for initiative. I rolled a 2, and
I win.
he rolled a 16. He rolled a 2. He rolled a 6. I rolled a 5. Sad day. Okay, our 2 objectives. One here, and one here on this lower level there. I've decided not to deploy anything since I'm facing the likes of this. So here's Steve's deployment. 2 rhinos there, an immolator. These 3 sentinels are counting as penitent engines. This one's Lord Karamazov, the monstrous creature, ridiculous thing. These are Seraphim with Celestine, an immolator, another rhino, and 2 exorcists. And in here is a priest with Sister Repentia, which basically have power fists. So that's kind of scary. So going on to turn 1. Okay, here's the movement from the first turn. Pretty much everything moved 10 or 12 inches, as far as it could really go. Karamazov moved up. These penitent engines moved 10 inches with Holy Rage. The Repentias got Holy Rage and moved 10 inches, and the Exorcist sat still. So going on to turn 2. Okay, top of turn 2. These penitent engines moved 10 inches again over here. Karamazov stayed, I think, the same place. Most vehicles moved. Exorcists moved 6 inches to cover their back armor. Rhinos moved 12. This immolator moved a little bit over 6 through some difficult terrain. The Repentias kind of stayed about the same place when the Seraphim tried to move out of the way of a first turn assault. So this objective's taken over here, and this objective's pretty much taken. And going on to my turn 2. Okay, this is my turn after the movement phase. For deployment, reserves, I got in my Dreadnought, my Venerable Dreadnought. Tactical squad with the Flamer and the Heavy Bolter, who are going after this rhino full of sisters. My 10-man assault squad, unfortunately with Flamers, going after this, getting ready to be assaulted by Karamazov. My bike squad with Flamers, going after this Exorcist, and my huge bike squad with Multi-Melta, Melta guns, Kasaro Khan, and a Chaplain, going after this Exorcist here. And that's what I've got in. I still have a tactical squad, an assault marine squad, and my land speeders in reserves. Okay, so shooting phase, my Dreadnought shot, killed 1 penitent engine, took an arm off another. These guys over here shot and made it so it can't shoot. Assaulted here, hit with 2 grenades, took off the immolator's heavy flamer from shooting. Over here, I killed this Exorcist before I had the charge, and this one I charged with grenades, and I failed horribly, so I didn't even hit with any of them. So going on to turn 3, this is probably going to be a pretty bad turn for me. Okay, top of turn 3, Repentias got a 6 on their Holy Rage, so they moved 12 inches towards my bike squad back there. Karamazov and these Seraphim charged this assault squad, brought it down to 3 guys, and they hit and run out of here.
16 inches.
Yeah, 16 inches away. These penitent engines got a 6 on their Holy Rage, so they moved 12 inches, but forgot to assault the Dreadnought. So that's gonna hurt a little bit. Over here, nothing happened in these squads. Exorcist backed up and dropped 3 of my bikes over here. Over here, this rhino got immobilized trying to get into the the difficult terrain here, and this other rhino actually got in there on that objective. And that's all that happened, so we're going on to the bottom of 3. Okay, so this was a really good round for me. Good die rolls all around. All the rest of my reserves came in. Land speeders came off my table edge and brought the Seraphim and Celestine down to 3 models. Dreadnought took out 1 more penitent engine, and this one lost an arm. These guys here and the rhino made it so this vehicle can't shoot again. Karamazov in combat killed one of my assault marines. Terminators outflanked and exploded the Exorcist. These bikers and these bikers all shot and brought the Repentia down to 1 model, which I assaulted and killed. Really good rolls on the shooting there. I outflanked with this Rhino, did nothing with my Melta-Gun. And that's all that happened going on to turn 4. Dead pile, and my dead pile. Alright, bottom of the top of 4. Up here, Immolator, Heavy Flame, they killed 2 or 3 of these bikes here, 3 of them. Celestine, the Seraphim, assaulted and killed 2 of my bikes in this squad, so they're down to 2, but they held. A lot of flamers over here unloaded from the Immolator, bringing this squad down to 5 guys.
38 shots of flamers alone.
Yeah, lots of death. Karmazov finished off this battle and consolidated, and that's what's happening over here, going on the bottom of 4. These guys also disembarked and took a weapon off of this with their Melta-Gun. Alright, the new dead piles. And this one here, some bikes on the mix.
Bike has utterly devastated my plan.
Alright, over here, land speeders with the multi-meltas and the Dreadnought all shot, and then the Dreadnought charged into this Rhino. It can't shoot, it can't shoot, it can't move or shoot. It lost a weapon and it's immobilized. But it's still there. Still kicking with the guys inside. Over here, I shot and charged and brought the squad down to 3 guys. I only killed like 2 or 3. And they held in combat and I lost 1 in return. Brought Karmazov down to 1 wound, assaulting with my the Thunderhammer part of my Terminator squad.
Missed all his hits.
Yeah, he missed all of his hits, even on the wounds. Over here, pretty epic failure. I managed to kill 1 Seraphim between my 5 Power Claw Terminators and my Sergeant with a power weapon, and I lost 1 bike in return, so they're tied.
Oh, these guys are dead.
Over here, I encircled this vehicle in hopes of exploding it, failed on my Melta-Guns, assaulted it with ray rolls and Furious Charge, and I got 1 glance on it, and it lost its weapon.
Yeah,
lost the weapon, and that's it. Over here, I ran out and charged and wiped the squad. I killed like half of them and
killed 6 of them.
Killed 6 of them and overran the rest. So that's what happened on bottom of 4 going to 5. Maybe the last turn. Okay, over here, he tried to tank shock through. I Death or Glory with a Melta-Gun, and I immobilized it, so it stopped there. This moved out of the way over here, the Immolator. In combat, I managed to kill 1 Seraphim, and Celestine failed her attacks back and that, so I won combat, but she held. Over here, I fought the squad down to 1 guy, and he ran. The combat with Karmazov, he made 2 of his attacks and rolled double 1s on the to wound. So that's kind of miserable. Going on to the bottom of 5. There's 6 rounds in this game. Okay, over here, some really unlucky die rolls from Celestine. Failed all of her to wounds against my bike, so I killed her. She's passed her leadership test, so she was deep striking back in this turn. Dreadnought finally killed this Rhino by immobilizing it when it had nothing left on it, and assaulted the squad that came out, did nothing there. These 4 guys re-embarked, and they're moving towards the objective. Over here, I wrecked this vehicle by immobilizing it, or taking its weapon off again, so the guys inside died because they couldn't disembark. Over here,
6 models in there.
Yeah, killed the squad of Celestians.
Yeah. 4 Flamers, Superior, and a Magifer.
Lost 2, disembarking.
Those were Dominions.
No Dominions. These guys here assaulted and wrecked this Rhino, and the guys disembarked out here. Land speeders moved over, shot the Rhino, got a few glances and pens. He saved against the 4 pens. That's it, going on to turn 6. Okay, over here, Celestian deep struck back in, flamed 2 Terminators in the bike, but didn't make any of the 2 wounds. Dreadnought killed 1 bolter in combat. Immolator moved back to give Celestine a clear shot. These guys wrapped around the building here and killed 3 of my tactical Marines, but they passed their leadership. Going into the last turn right now, this objective is contested. This one's not controlled. Alright, last round. Moved the vehicles forward. I killed a few of the sisters here. They shot, didn't do anything to the sisters of battle. And Casaro Khan separated from the bike squad, charged them, killed like 1 or 2, but they passed their test. Over here, my tactical squad and the Rhino are both contesting that one. Chaplain separated from the bike squad, shot and killed Celestine with her bolters, but she would have come back if there was another round. Um, this sergeant shot and killed the Imagifer that was running away. These guys moved forward and tried to kill this immolator, but failed. And over here, Terminators swept through that squad. So end game, I have one objective here, one contested, so we'll add kill points, and good game.
All right.
It was,
Yeah, thank you for the game.
yeah, sorry about the dice rolls.
Some of the worst dice rolls I've ever seen.
Okay, so the end result was I had 18 kill points, or 18 points after the battle modifiers. Steve had one from my assault squad and had a bunch of guys down, but not kill points yet.